Stone wrestling fans in the house tonight. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let your boy tell you why. First and foremost, it's free. Can't beat that. Also, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor's also going to distribute that bad boy for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else people are listening to podcasts. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. But, maybe smoke some first.
That was weird.
Nah, it wasn't weird. That was dumb. This is weird. That was dumb. I want to rock right now. I'm JB and I came to get down. This show's internationally known and we known to smoke a blunt alone. Cause it takes two, baby. How we getting it, baby?
Let's go.
We back. It's JB in here with Arium. One-on-one. With the high
Is it
ones.
Black History Month again?
Still, it's coming back around. We getting them extra months. I had no idea I was going to do that till we started going.
That's amazing. And it worked out so well. Yo, what up? It's Arium, a.k.a. the Canarium, a.k.a. the Stone Cold Stoner. I have a new bong today.
Woo!
It's black and gold, and I have a name prepared for it.
All right.
I have to wait until after WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because if it changes, if they fuck it up, if they fuck something up, I don't want my bong to be named this. So
don't fuck this up, WWE. We got bongs riding on this shit.
That's right. What are you smoking today?
I'm smoking a lot of things because I have been to the intergalactic dimensions and brought things back from on high from the aliens. But I have a lot of weed around me. I have a blunt of, I think, palm roll, and I have a bong full of, I have no idea what it is, and I have a vape pen full of Super Glue OG. So we're going to sample all of these throughout the show, because I'm JB, also known as the Doctor of Nuganomics, dropping it bow in your mouth with belts on belts on belts. Also known as the Impact Driver, getting busy. No Impact Driver minute this week because ain't much happened, but I'm just going to say, watch the Kenny Omega promo. Watch that shit. Suck 'em and chuck 'em.
Oh my God. Suck 'em and chuck 'em.
I died. My 15-year-old head exploded.
You got to suck 'em before you chuck 'em. Everyone knows that.
I hate it all.
You have to. Everyone knows that. I am smoking some lemon bean again.
Yeah, baby.
In respect and memory of this week for our friend Over Easy Kyle Kush, who couldn't make it this week. He's couldn't make it this week, but we're gonna have him next week. So I'm smoking lemon bean for him.
We smoke up to you, Over Easy. Crack them yolks.
Absolutely. Oh my God. You're on one to start this one.
Hey man, I'm tripping, dog. I need help.
He said, "Crack them yolks." All right, so I want to talk to you about a couple things in the news. It was kind of dry this week, just as far as what I was following, but Stephanie McMahon kind of put out this quote, and she said, "We recognize there's a huge percentage of the population that isn't WWE fans that we want to attract. At the same time, we also want to get athletes, pop culture influencers, and celebrities into our programming for the same reason. The rising tide really raises all boats in terms of audience and growth." And I kind of just wanted to get your thoughts on WWE's partnership with Bad Bunny. And then now, I was sitting there and thinking about, okay, not only Bad Bunny, but they also are working with, Pat McPhee, which I thought worked out pretty well. But now they're going to be working with Logan Paul. And then that was the kind of the moment where I was like, what do you think?
Well, I think you should keep Logan Paul off my lawn there. Jake Paul's younger, less talented brother needs to get out of my wrestling. Bring back Bob Backlund. No,
Not Bob Backlund.
no, yeah, I mean, it feels like WrestleMania season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the symbiotic relationship between rock and roll and wrestling is WrestleMania. That's
true.
the mom and that's the dad of what that event is. So if anytime you're going to be bringing in weird people, WrestleMania is when to do it. I feel that they felt they needed to address the Paul thing because I don't think they know who is it, Jake or Logan.
It's Logan.
Logan, okay. I don't even think they know who this guy is or understand much about him. So it's like, hey man, we trying to appeal to the youths. And we got to do something, man. This Jake Paul thing, Logan, Jakey Paul, Jake's big little brother Paul. Like that's. I think it is Stephanie speaking to her own discomfort, and then kind of projecting, rightly so, some of the fan base's discomfort.
That's fair.
It's like just trying to get out ahead of it.
Yeah, so you're saying it's not so much her decision or her choice, but it is something that she's working through that they need to do.
Yeah, we're trying to do something here. We're bringing in people like Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. Please, old people that actually buy things, don't get mad at us. We're trying to appeal to the youth.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get on NBC. I mean, well, they are on NBC right now, which I already hate. And we haven't even gotten to the pay-per-view. And, you know, I think Overeasy wanted me to mention this, so I guess I will. You know, for the people that love the network, we like to start pay-per-views and then just pause them, you know, things that were happening live. But it seems that will not be an option to start out the gate for this one. So that's, I mean, you're going to make WrestleMania the first pay-per-view you do with that? That's where you're going to start that? Like,
wild way.
We won't even be able to rewind a moment that we enjoyed this WrestleMania. Like, think about how wild that is. We're not at a bar where we've at least like understand that that's the thing. We're on a streaming service
in our own damn homes. Not wearing pants. I mean, totally wearing pants.
Eating
completely
chicken
in
nuggets.
Pants.
No, I mean that's just weird, man. That's bothering me. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but that shit has really been eating at me.
It's definitely a buck pass. Like, it's not that WrestleMania. It's more like WrestleMania is y'all's problem now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's not WWE's fault. You can't even call WWE if you got a problem. Blame Peacock. It's their program. They own it. It's not our fault. Their streaming service wasn't as good as ours. Like, it's complete buck pass.
And for the people that listen to this show, we love you. I think I will make a phone call. I think other people should make a phone call after WrestleMania or email or some kind of thing to support, to let them know that, like, them implementing that into the service is a priority. It's not something I want to see 6 months from now. It's something I want to see in April.
Right. And that's kind of some of the things that I talked about when this deal was made. I wondered how the value of the WWE subscriber base would be treated to them. Mm-hmm. Like, are you updating your platform to meet the needs of a subscriber base, or are you just gonna get in where we fit in? Right. And it feels a lot like we're just getting in where we fit in.
Definitely, you know? Does.
And I was a little concerned about that. So, and like, is this move to Peacock even designed to bring in more fans, or is it just designed to make a big payday for, you know, Vince McMahon? Because the more I look at it, it seems like, look, we sold you WrestleMania and all the pay-per-views, so you make it work. And if you can't make it work, that's why we didn't shut down the network completely. You'll give it back to us. But you know, like, as far as we're concerned, for the next so often, this is your problem.
That's a great point. It could very well be the case. I do not know, but that is a really good point, JB. I don't know if you heard this week on Dynamite, Jim Ross made a comment about false finishes in one of the matches. And then him and the lovely Dave Meltzer, who I adore, got into a Twitter debate about false finishes. And Jim Ross said, overuse of false finishes doesn't help the presentation of most matches. Dave Meltzer, the ultimate AEW stan, said, you should check out the stats on the Flair Steamboat matches. New Orleans had 64 false finishes in 55 minutes. So, I kind of do agree with. I kind of in between, honestly. I think I can go either way. I do think false finishes do hurt some matches. One thing I kind of miss are one counts. We don't see those very often anymore. I feel like everything is like really close to a false finish at this point. And I do feel like when it's like finisher, and like people are kicking out of that shit, sometimes that can hurt matches. But then I just rewatched, I think it was WrestleMania 19 or 18. It was Stone Cold versus The Rock, and like down the stretch, like they had a lot of false finishes, and it really kept me captivated. I truly thought that that The Rock was gonna win a lot earlier than he ended up doing. So I don't know. What did you think? What do you think about that?
Well, I know one thing. It is always a dangerous proposition to argue with Dave Meltzer, because he will run to the numbers on your ass.
He does have the stats. I will say that the man has the numbers.
Man, whoever you are talking to, he's watched more wrestling than that person. Sorry, you too, JR, because you probably only watched the wrestling of the matches that you were in and some extras. He watches all of it, even the shitty stuff. So like, just don't be careful. Approach at your own risk. Like anything.
I wonder how he does that, man.
I don't even know, man. He just breathes this stuff. God bless him. Like it's just, yeah. He will. Any argument you think can't be proved empirically, he's gonna try to prove it empirically.
Yes. Very good point.
So, but with that said, we can all think of examples where a lot of false finishes hurt the matches. Like most famously, in my recent memory, the Adam Cole Ciampa Takeover Phoenix match was just a little too much false finishing. And another element in it is that not every wrestler's that good at doing a false finish. Like Okada over in New Japan, his 2.99999s are so good and different than his kickouts on 2. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to this. There's kick out, there's kicking out on 2, kicking out on 2.5, and oh my God, I thought that was it. And not everyone is capable of doing those things.
Yes. It's the minute differences.
Like, you know, kicking out on 2 on a finisher, yeah, you really got to make that a thing. But yeah, it's like everything, you have to do it right. A lot of this is what constitutes a false finish.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, is it a finish? Is it a pin after a finisher? Then it might mean that we're using too many finishers. If we're using less finishers, if different things can in matches at different times, then maybe anything and less things are a false finish. It's really hard to pinpoint this, but I will say there is an element to where the moves that should end the match don't end the match, and we need to fix that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, like, I do want people's finishers to be protected. So when someone does kick out of their finish, it's like, oh fuck. Like the times that like somebody kicked out of the Stone Cold Stunner, or even more so the Rock Bottom. Yeah, it was like, what?
It has to mean something, and and you touched on the 1 counts though. The 1 counts I haven't seen many. You're right. They don't see those very many more, but it's because I don't think they have a good sense of what a 1 count would mean. Because they've lost sight of what all kickouts mean. The last good 1 count I saw was in the Kenny Omega Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks match. And it was after Kenny Omega got hit with his own finisher by his best friends. And he kicked out at 1 because how fucking dare you? It's like,
yes.
It's like,
yes.
That's what a 1 count could mean. Or most honestly, usually it's used by a Bobby Lashley when the Miz dares to use offense on him.
Right.
Like, you know, like, ha, you can't touch me. Like,
Right.
You know, that's something. But
that's who I want to see from like Keith Lee. You know.
Yeah. You know.
I want to see Keith Lee do some like ones. I want to see Big E when he makes that fucking switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, we talked about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking about SmackDown, but we talk about when he makes that switch and he gets aggressive and he drops the funny.
Yeah.
It's good that he has both, but when he drops the funny, I want to see him kick out on one and be like, bitch, now
yeah.
I'm done playing with you.
Yeah.
I could have done this the whole time, but I was just having a good time, but now I got to kill you.
Yeah, like, yeah, that yeah, you're right. You're 100% right about that. Like, there could be more of those. It's just like you got to have the right people and make them good at them. Like, there's so many versions of a kick out. 1 count, 2 count, 2.5, 2 3/4, and oh my God, I thought you got him. Like, if you can make those distinctly things, you have a lot of different tools to paint your pinfalls.
Yeah.
You know? And not everybody's that good at it. You know, we got wrestlers who be eyeballing the ref instead of, you know, like they did back in the day.
It's almost as if the kickouts aren't as big into psychology as all the other spots are right now.
And WrestleMania, and every match can't be a WrestleMania match. Like, Rock and Stone Cold didn't just kick out everyone's finishers all the time.
Yeah.
That stuff happened at WrestleMania because it was the big moment and it was against each other, and they know there was a sense that I can take this move because I've taken it from you for every week for a whole year, and not today, motherfucker. Like, there was a sense of that. And you just have a sense nowadays that, oh, I can kick out of your finisher because I'm better than you and I got more XP, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Drew McIntyre will always kick out of the skull crushing finale because he's got more stars than than Miz, I guess. In 2K.
I think I think WWE for one really were fucking some shit up when they had The Fiend kicking out of all those fucking stomps that one time. Do you remember that?
I do, but I love that. I love because that was a moment, but then they blew it.
Exactly. So that's why it didn't work for me, because if they would have had The Fiend go over there, then yes, okay, then we understand. He kicked out of all of those and then went over, but he kicked out of all of those and then still lost. What?
So that's you can do it, but you got, like anything, you gotta do it right.
Right.
You gotta do it fucking right.
True.
Which kind of brings me to Raw, if you're ready to get started with that.
I think so.
The Raw, the journey of the Hurt Business, the saga. Like, we had a lot going on with Bobby Lashley today.
I literally wrote at the first segment, I was like, the Hurt Business still intact. And then, boy, was I wrong real fucking quick.
Yeah, you is.
But I do think that they I don't know. I think that they could get back together, and if they do, like, not that they can get back together. I think if they stay together, they could get the belts after Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a moment right now where Bobby is like, they just needed to show a different side of Bobby. And so they're using Cedric and Shelton to do that, you know, like having them have some kind of discord, and then him going to the back of the locker room and being like, you know, talking to the goons. I don't know what you want to call the fucking Geek Squad back there.
The Geek Squad.
IT. Ricochet was back there. I was like, oh, hey, Ricochet. Him going back there and being like, you know, if you guys want to fucking do it, then I'll find some people that will do it. Like, take Drew out, and I got you.
Yeah.
Like,
come on, Akira. Get out there and take out Drew McIntyre. Come on, you in the back, Humberto Carrero. Get out there and fuck his ankles up.
Carrillo, we are high. Things happen. We not racist. Don't come after us, okay?
No. I fuck his name up.
Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and come to JB's defense. We know it's Carrillo, but we are also stupid high. So,
well, if he was on TV more, I'd be more practiced saying his name. So, put the man on TV.
Bro,
I need some reps.
It literally was the Abyss that you talk about. But you know what I like though? Yeah, I really enjoy that that it is just business. like
Yeah.
with Hurt Biz. I'm kind of jumping around, but when he was when it was him and Drew having that like standoff, and MVP was just separating them, and he was like, "No emotions, no emotions. Take the feelings out of it. It's just business. It's business." And he's just like, I don't know. I like that it's like it's not really about being like the match. He's just like, I want to hold the fucking championship. That's my business right now, and I got to take you out to do it. Like it's a business transaction for them.
Okay.
Like I like that. Like it's like a different viewpoint on like a wrestling match for me.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's selling it.
I was a little conflicted on Bobby Lashley this week, and that's mostly because I'm so vehemently in his corner. I felt like I was watching the feud on fast forward. It felt like everything that was supposed to be happening over like a month of a build happened last week. I don't like Drew McIntyre is like, I got to get the Hurt Business out of my business so me and Bobby Lashley can have this alone. I don't remember the Hurt Business literally ever laying hands on you, like ever. Like they didn't cost you anything. They ain't even brushed past your ass. Like why? It's like what's your problem, dog? Like and as I understood it, Bobby was while he had that issue with how he got the championship by wanting to take it off of Miz.
Right.
Now that he had it, I wasn't aware that he was afraid of Drew McIntyre. And that's why I kept getting a little confused.
He is afraid of Drew McIntyre?
Then when the Hurt Business went after Drew McIntyre, I thought that was them trying to make it up in their own way. And I thought Bobby Lashley was going to be mad. Like, Drew's mine, okay? Get out, stay out of my business. I'm the champ. I'm the almighty. Like, I got this.
Yeah.
But now he's running and getting Ricochet and Akira to take out Drew. Like, I thought you were the almighty. Like, are you? Because you weren't scared of him when you were in the ring with him. When the MVP was trying to say, "Don't get him. It's business. Save it for WrestleMania. Don't do it now." Like you weren't scared then. What about your purple suit made you scared? Like I was a little confused, and it just felt like they were giving me an entire package worth of a relationship over the course of one night.
I can understand that actually. I can understand that because it seems similar to kind of the progress we've seen with Roman on SmackDown. Like it used to be Roman was the tribal chief, the head of the table, and like he wasn't afraid of anybody. He was just gonna kick ass. But now he's like he wants everybody to go do his bidding. Like he doesn't have time for it. Which I don't mind that, but I don't want. I agree with you because they have to pick one. It can't be both.
Yeah,
like
they definitely did both.
And they did both, and now they're doing both. They've done both with Roman, and now they're doing both with Bobby. And it's like, no, either Bobby wants to destroy everyone, or he can't be bothered, and he doesn't give a fuck. He can't be both the strong and the just like truly just business transactional.
So I was a little and if you have a long program or a program that's been built over time, you can show all different sides and you can touch on the different things. Maybe the relationship changes over time, but they didn't. I only had one night, so it just seemed a little schizophrenic. Just a touch.
I think you're exactly right, JB. Excellent point.
But one thing that is good about the Hurt Business, though, it has a real life UFC counterpart, because I'm gonna take a quick second to say that we have 3 African champions in UFC, and they all roll in a faction. So the Hurt Business lives in real life with gold, knocking motherfuckers out. Let's get it. All black everything. Dude came out in a purple suit with the heavyweight championship looking like Bobby Lashley.
We love it.
We
fucking love it.
Absolutely love it. Apollo! His dream has come true.
Apollo!
God,
okay, so I was watching the Peyton Asuka match, and I thought she had a pretty good outing this week. I thought Peyton looked good.
She's not the most athletic, but she really did her best.
She did her best. She had a really unique submission that I saw that I really, really liked. I like the pace. I think Asuka just makes people look good, honestly. And Peyton almost pinned Asuka, which I was like, what the fuck? but Michael Cole called it. It was like near fall after near fall, and I was just like really enjoying it. And then Asuka won, and I was like, great. And then I literally said, cue Rhea Ripley. Like I was fucking back, like I was literally in stage management. Like I like made the call myself, and it said, "This is mine, this is mine," and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So Asuka got to come back, get her like, fuck you for, or you know, fuck you for like me having to be out of the ring, you know, because of my tooth. Like I want to just let out some anger on somebody, make her look dominant again in a good match, and then now she can start the program. Here's this. I am an Asuka fan. I obviously want Asuka to beat Rhea Ripley. But if she doesn't, I'll be okay with it. Like if she doesn't beat her, I'll be okay with it. I think I would love to see a Asuka heel change. Because I really think she works well as a heel. I love when she was doing like the green spit shit. Yeah. I thought that was really, really fun, and I hope that returns. Oh my gosh, when Rhea Ripley came out and they like fucking zoomed in on her entrance, like I don't know if you remember that, but it looked clean as fuck. Like,
oh yeah,
they
do her entrance right.
Holy fuck! Like she's gonna be great on Raw. What'd you think?
I think I was kind of right where you are. Like, I guess this is where Rhea's going. There's, like, God bless, there's nowhere kind of else for her to go right now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit surreal. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she debuted last year, and they're like, the debut of Rhea Ripley. Already debuted, and I'm kind of waiting for Charlotte to come back and turn this into a triple threat.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because like, what is Rhea's beef with Asuka, and what has Rhea done to dare walk up to the Empress of Tomorrow and I'm gonna need it from who? From who?
Yes,
as the Empress of Tomorrow.
Yes. Like, okay, so I was thinking that too. I literally was like, because I am going to enjoy the program. I know I am, because they're both just great workers. But I was like, it doesn't make sense for Rhea to just walk in and get a title shot.
Literally walk
like,
in.
They were
at
both in
WrestleMania.
Both at the Royal Rumble, Bianca and Rhea. Bianca won. She got a title shot against Sasha at WrestleMania. But now Rhea can just be like, you know what? I didn't win the match. But you know what I do deserve? A title shot at WrestleMania. Like, wait, what? They're writing against themselves at that point.
They very much are. Like, it's schizophrenic writing sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, you got to do something because Charlotte has COVID, and you know she made that announcement, which is, I was shocked that they just had Rhea make that announcement.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very candid when we got like a whole Drew McIntyre like interview and like sending him well wishes. Like not even just like what, a couple months ago. And then they just put Charlotte's in a fucking promo.
A lot of it was surreal. Like, but the thing is, like, I'm excited for the match. I'm excited for Rhea Ripley to come in. I'm excited to see her take the belt off Asuka. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, because that's gonna fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like, they can't beat her twice at WrestleMania, can they? Like, oh my gosh, I thought you liked her.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't.
Like, that's rough.
Here's my fantasy booking.
If
you want to hear it,
tell me about it.
So, oh my gosh, it's so bad. So Asuka, Charlotte, Rhea at WrestleMania. Asuka pins Charlotte.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Because it's something that happens with Rhea and Charlotte start a program, and then Asuka finally gets her pin on Charlotte at WrestleMania.
I think that is the correct booking. If this was an AEW match, I would have every faith that that's how it would go down.
Don't get my hopes up, JV. Don't you?
You're just too right for me to not get your hopes up. That's the way it ought to be. Like it's fine. You know who can take a pin at WrestleMania? Fucking Charlotte.
Absolutely can. You know who the two people that really shouldn't?
Asuka and Rhea Ripley.
Asuka and Rhea Ripley.
Like, come on.
Specifically, Rhea Ripley. But Asuka too, honestly, in a way, like then it really looks like Asuka can't perform at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and like it would make both of them look bad. It would. This is what I would. How about this? It breaks down in a perfect hierarchy. Mm-hmm. Charlotte can lose. Mm-hmm. Asuka must win. Mm-hmm. Rhea can't lose.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Like Rhea doesn't need to win, but she can't lose again. Asuka kind of needs a win, and Charlotte can't afford to lose.
Yes.
Like, if this was a sports anime, that's how they'd write it out because they have good sense. So please, WWE, do it right.
Oh, gosh.
No, I just had a Shrooms trip this weekend, and we watched Ping Pong the animation. And
oh, shit.
Yeah, went deep into our inner conscious and our minds. And
I want to do it so bad.
They know how to, come on, we have to get down. We have to have a 420 magical mushrooms all trip,
Hell yeah.
Like, bring over Easy and see if we can get them scrambled. Like, let's get my man.
Crack the yolks. So I think right now we're progressing the yolk commentary throughout the show. So you started with crack the eggs, and now we said scramble. So
I gotta get a third in there.
You gotta get a third in there.
Comedy
in there later. Please, you gotta have it. Yeah, we gotta get together, man. We gotta get together, and I think we should watch like an old wrestling pay-per-view.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, from what era? Like something weird. Bro. Something like WCW. Like, uncensored or some shit.
like 2002. 2001.
Like when it's getting real weird.
Yeah, where it's getting that real weird time. It's like, why are y'all still doing stuff?
Like Ric Flair's wrestling in a t-shirt. Like, I'm trying to see it. I'm down.
Absolutely. Me too.
What else we got on Raw?
We had some New Day stuff.
All right, New Day. Telling the story of Abi Yo-Yo one reference at a time. Zoop!
Yes.
Zoop! It's not working. Zoop! I love that shit.
Can I just say, my hero. I enjoyed this so much. Like, these four just going back and forth, and this was just comedy. Like, this was good comedy. The whole AJ trying to say that he knows almost. Like, he's like, what kind of ice cream? He's like, vanilla bean. And then almost this big, tall, deep voice as like, peanut butter caramel. Like,
if he had said butter pecan, that would have been the blackest thing ever, and I would have turned the table over, and we wouldn't be able to do this show. I was like, please, if there are any black writers, have them say butter pecan. Okay, you didn't, but it's still good. Just so you know, every black person's favorite ice cream is butter pecan.
Absolutely.
Once they get to a certain age, that is.
Bro, that is so true, because I did not like butter pecan when I was younger. My grandma would always have butter pecan, but I'd be like, where's the fucking cookies and cream?
I got a butter pecan in my fridge right now.
But I would eat it because I was like, you know what? It's here. It's ice cream still. I'm going to eat it. And now my fucking 30-year-old ass goes to Mariano's and searches for butter pecan ice cream.
Ain't that nothing? I think that's how we all got the taste for it. We all just ate, and butter pecan's better than nothing, and we all developed the taste for it because that's what our grandmama had.
Bro, you just taught me about myself. You literally just taught me about myself.
See, this is what happens when you got the two black people on the show. It gets deep.
Absolutely.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I'm gonna like the tag team match. I think I'm into the program. I don't know. I wrote down in my notes that Xavier Woods had like a trombone interruption during this moment, and
he played AJ's old TNA theme.
Wait, no, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Bro, Xavier Woods is a wrestling nerd, and I dig that so much. Have you seen the video with him doing the Batista theme from like a couple WrestleManias ago?
So jacked.
Bro, so fucking jacked. Like, that's how I would be if I was wrestling like a wrestling superstar, bro. I would be losing my shit.
You ain't never gonna be able to tell him that Edge, he ain't happy to have Edge back.
Truly.
My man.
I dug it.
Let's see. We got
Randy Fiend.
Randy Fiend, baby.
Yeah.
Trying to re-barbecue the Fiend or RKO him, or what we gonna do?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I think I was telling you before in the pre-show, like I think I'm just in a better mood this week, so I enjoyed all of the shows really, in some
Mm-hmm.
capacity. And I think that helps. You also have to
Mm-hmm.
be in a good mood to just enjoy storytelling sometimes.
Yeah.
I like Bray's new movement as the new Fiend.
Mm.
I think that he's like switched it up in a way that is really appealing to me. It kind of reminds me of like it is more Kane esque. Like
Mm.
it's just a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really digging it. I like the way he couldn't exactly like turn his whole body to the WrestleMania sign when like Alexa pointed. For a very like pretty cheesy moment. They've been doing a lot with the sign this year, like a little too much for us. I think
A
as we
lot.
discussed. Yeah. But when like the Fiend like had to like turn his body, but he couldn't like it was like his neck was broke. He couldn't
Yeah.
move. I don't know. I think the Fiend just enjoy watching him like act and work.
Yeah, I was about to say that my man is acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for better or worse, he is really doing some character work.
Truly.
And yeah, so God bless it. Yeah, I had a good time too with that. Like I'm every time we see Alexis, I take a big old puff and I just try to get into it like a horror movie.
Yeah.
For me, I'm enjoying Alexis a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexa, I mean, and I'm liking kind of like the hollowing out of her own features. Like her makeup's getting a little more pale, and is a little darker and a little more less human.
Mm-hmm.
Like just even being around this kind of magic has an effect on her. I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like her subtle makeup changes. That's a really good point.
mm-hmm.
She's doing great work too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about recently how Bailey's like not really doing much. It's another superstar like just not holding a belt. And Alexa hasn't held a belt in a while, and I don't think she needs to. Like, she is so fucking relevant right now. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that they didn't take it, take the belt off Asuka and give it to Alexa, because I think it would have just muddied the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we kind of expected her to do that when she was like fucking. I mean, honestly, for lack of better words, just fucking destroying Asuka in the ring as this new Alexa Bliss character. And maybe she will,
we can
at
always
some
circle
point.
back to that.
Yeah, we can.
But
Which would even
that-
make that writing make more sense. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Alexa. It's like, man, where is Alexa's place among the four horsewomen? You know,
That's why she's not one, right?
that's why she's not one. But
Right.
when you look at what she's been able to accomplish in her career in that same era as them, like I tell you, for a lot of years she was having a better career than Bailey, and just
And Becky.
Becky, yeah, taking nothing away from what they accomplished. Like, where do you put her on that Mount Rushmore? Like, it's one of the
I think
questions, like, who do you take off?
Yeah. Ah, man, because they've all kind of had their time now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alexa Bliss's time has been more subtle than the other four ladies. I feel like there's been times where I feel like Charlotte she's always just looked like the queen to me. Like, because they obviously give her so many titles. Like, they just throw belts at her. You want to talk about somebody that's belt on belt on belt.
Right.
She stole that shit from you. You know what
I'm
I'm
coming
saying?
for you, Charlotte.
She's
I got
coming.
you. I got the robe, but
And then you
Too
had
many belts.
Becky moment where Becky became so fucking popular that she rode Ronda Rousey out the fucking WWE. Like that's huge. You had Sasha having her return. I think she's been doing some big shit, and then obviously Bailey's transition last year, like, it speaks for itself. So I don't know that Alexa has ever had one of those like
but she kind
iconic moments.
she was weirdly kind of the foundation for some of the backhand of that. Like, Charlotte's always kind of lived in a stratosphere of her own. Like, that's no touching that. The greatest, and there's really not a lot of arguing that can
There's not a lot of debate around it.
around Charlotte. But
Yeah.
before Sasha, Bailey, and Becky caught on, like, one of the main antagonists in the women's division was the goddess Alexa Bliss. Like, WrestleMania matches with Nia Jax, posters, stables. She was running all of that. Now, women's wrestling had just it's going through the revolution, but
Right.
it hadn't like planted the flag just quite yet. And in that moment, that was Alexa Bliss like really kind of carrying it in a lot of ways.
That's
Well,
true, but I think the difference for me is like the in-ring wrestling part.
Yeah. No,
Like
yeah, you're right.
she like so she was having those big matches and she was carrying the women's division, like the company's women's division for a while there with those programs that you were talking about with Nia. Like yeah, you're exactly right on that, but I think that the in-ring wrestling, like they weren't necessarily great matches.
No, you're right about that. Like they didn't quite measure up to, you know, to the Four Horsemen's work. Even when she worked with them, it wasn't as good as the matches they worked against each other.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's tough to even include her in that stratosphere. I think they're always, those four are just going to be a step ahead. But maybe we're about to be wrong with this new Alexa Bliss Fiend stuff. Like
she's got a Chris Jericho element to herself where she can just let me just reinvent it. Let me just reinvent it again. Like, you know,
man, that's a good point too. What a nice correlation.
Mm-hmm.
But
is that good on Raw?
Yeah, I think I'm good on Raw. You want to move
All
over
right.
to NXT?
The yellow and black brand, baby.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Let's see what we got here. We got vacated titles.
Man. Tough, man. Like that they said it was. I don't know if they were protecting or making it look like a kayfabe thing where he got injured on the double suplex by Karrion Kross. But as I remember it, as I saw it, it was when he suplexed him into Orny Lorcan. But I could be wrong about that.
Interesting.
But yeah, vacated titles. That's rough.
Yeah.
No MSK's got to be feeling kind of salty. Like,
yeah, I'd imagine. But
we win this damn thing for.
But also, like, fuck, that match is gonna be so fucking fun.
Yeah,
bro. Like, you want to talk about people that just got over for me, like grizzled young veterans. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be upset with anyone winning this fucking match.
Me neither.
I literally can't choose. I think maybe MSK, but I think grizzled young veterans need it too. And Legado del Fantasma with
they could use it
with Santos Escobar having the cruiserweight title, and then them
that
all having fucking either. Gold on black and gold. Like,
maybe they would stop putting their stuff off, cutting their stuff off of Hulu if they did that.
And maybe that's why they won't do it. Thank you. Damn. You just spoiled it for me, JB. Fuck.
I'm having hope. I still believe.
Yeah.
Legato's great. Now I'm definitely rooting for Legado now.
There you go.
Now that you're trying to take my hope. Nah. Let's go, Legado. Fuck you, MSK. Fuck you, grizzled young veterans.
Soon to be.
They're fucking great. It's gonna be a dope ass match, you know. But I just feel sorry for Danny Burch and Orny Lorcan.
I really do.
Yeah, man. Like they outside of the kayfabe of it all, like those two performers earned that position. I was really happy to see them get a run, and I wish it could have ended properly.
Yeah, absolutely. And it all kind of fell apart. That whole thing just fell apart.
Yeah.
Like, Pat left for some reason. They just got injured. Pete Dunne is just, I don't know what he's doing, but I guess he had a promo this week, so that was fun. But like, I was really excited about that faction. Not to trail too much, but it sucks to see it all just kind of like fizzle out.
Yeah, it really did just fall apart, and it had a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm. And any returning of Pat right now might be canceled.
Yeah, like for what?
For what now? Like,
well, no, it depends on maybe that original guy that they were going to work with could come back. Remember the one that got hurt when actually already hurt when he did that backflip into over the ring. His like whole ACL felt melted.
Fuck, I don't remember. No,
he's the guy that he was like this British dude with a billy club that beat up Adam Cole, and he was supposed to be the original part of the stable, but he got hurt working with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, and they had to go another direction. So maybe they can bring him back.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then absolutely. We'll see.
But still, hope something. But speaking of some other, things that fizzled, LA Knight. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that was weird.
Nah, it wasn't weird. That was dumb. This is weird. That was dumb.
I was so surprised that Bronson beat LA Knight.
I mean,
what was the point of anything?
Why book them?
Why book either one of them together? Neither one of them needed to be working together at this point.
Neither one. Like, I'm all for definitive finishes.
If you want both of them to be something, then this was dumb. Especially for LA Knight. Like, the man's, I literally had to look it up when I was watching. I was like, this man's 38. If you're not using him, what is he here for?
It's his second match, brother.
Yeah, like, what?
Like,
he takes a loss to Bronson Reed?
Bronson Reed better win the North American Championship in 2 weeks.
Oh, my
Like, this is the most generous thing I could have to it. Adam Cole lost a match really early in his run to Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
But Aleister Black was about to be the NXT champion. So, I need something out of Bronson Reed, like, right the fuck now.
That was wild.
That was...
I don't know what you... even my high ass, I didn't even yell about it, but now I'm remembering...
That sobered me up. I had to
so
re-smoke
bad.
after that shit. Like, he even had that dope-ass, like, tonight is the night. I was like, you son of a bitch, I like you.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You know? Like,
yep.
And you gonna beat him? Like, the fuck? Even though it's my grandmama's favorite wrestler, Bronson Reed, I still can't stand it.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea. Not a fucking good idea. I'll tell you what, I don't really know Jordan Devlin very much. I don't know his work. But I really like Santos Escobar, so I was excited. I was interested in the match at Stand and Deliver. And then when fucking HBK's music went off, I popped. I literally popped. I might have been the right amount of high, but I got so excited. And then he didn't come out and like do a whole fucking promo or like use words that didn't need to be heard. He just fucking threw the ladder in the ring, made a gesture, and just fucking headed out. I was like,
hey.
That's the way you do things. Like, I really feel like Triple H gets it.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like it could, at some point, if Triple H is running things, if Vince passes or passes it on to Triple H, like, I think that, like, it could be good on the main roster. Like, things like this.
I think somewhere in all of our hearts that have watched NXT, that's what we're holding on for as fans.
Yep, you're so right.
Like, it's the when you wish upon a star,
Triple
H comes through.
Yes,
it's and I guess what I just watched in my old retro Raw reading watchings, Hunter Hearst Helmsley's first promo.
Wait, really? How was it?
I mean, the first promo he had, there was audio problems and he didn't get to say anything. He just had to sit there looking like a big old dweeb.
Oh my gosh.
But they brought him back and he's sitting there, it's like, I like the finer things in life. And I'm here to win a match against the WWF superstars. I was like, this guy's gonna save us all.
Good luck.
Here we go. Like, what a journey from that to now.
Truly, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I can still do the bow if my back was good.
Yes. I was a fan growing up, so
that's your dude, man.
My dude.
Take it back.
Man. I spit my burger out when they said Walter would be facing Drake Maverick.
Yeah. Put it back.
I literally spit it out.
Get the burger back.
That being said, 729 days as champ?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck.
I mean, it's a bit of a cheat because there was no, organization for a big chunk of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
But I'm not gonna cheat him because I love Walter. But
that's
true. That's what Pete Dunne says to himself. Like, we had to wrestle for a year, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a long time as champion.
It really, really is, man. And I will say that this was this was a good use of was this the referee stoppage match?
Yeah.
This
Which
was
he
a
just,
good use of that. We don't really see referee stoppage very often.
yeah.
But having Walter wrestle Drake Maverick, which just didn't make sense, and then using referee stoppage because he just fucking destroys him, seems like the most self-aware like booking that you could ever do. It was I loved it.
Walter matches are supposed to be uncomfortable.
Mm.
You know, they just like that's the one somebody might go to you and go like, why do you watch this?
Yeah.
Like it's WWE's version of death matches.
Oh my god, celebrity death match?
Yeah, well, just him. He is the death match.
Oh my gosh.
Like he's working with them Chops, and yeah, I can't wait to see him and Ciampa do something.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I want to see Ciampa take the belt off him. That'd be crazy.
I mean, I think with these days as champion, he's like coming up on almost 2 years, or he maybe just surpassed 2 years of being champ, and I think it would make sense for him to lose it. So I could go either way, but I would like to see Ciampa pick up that win.
Yeah, they got something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who ain't got something is his old DIY partner, Johnny Gargano. They're having a good old fashioned 6-man battle royal roll in the hay on the first night of Takeover, and he's gonna get a match the second night of Takeover. And I think this might be the clearest indication that we spend a little too much time at the Chuckle Hut the last couple weeks. We've been talking about this for a while.
A little bit too much time. Just a little bit.
Just yucking it up just a little bit too much. And, like we asked the question a few weeks are we laughing too much on NXT? And the fact that we just forgot to build a program for Johnny Takeover for the final takeover of the season is evidence we may have.
Yes, that we may just have. Maybe we spent a little bit too much time on Austin Theory.
Just
a little bit. Maybe we didn't need to be in therapy that long.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, you know what? I will say this though. We did say that this whole program that he was just recently in was not about him. Like everything that he's doing right now is for Austin Theory.
That's real.
So maybe he's not Johnny Takeover right now.
I mean, he certainly ain't because he ain't got a storyline. They just like,
he sure fucking doesn't. I'm trying to spin it. It doesn't make sense. He needs to be in a program. He's funny. He's Johnny fucking Takeover.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it kind of his issue is kind of a microcosm to a lot of what WrestleMania weekend is going to be like. Like, it's not well built, but I think the matches are going to be bangers. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, on the day, on its night, like, smoke up, get a big old blunt and a bigger beer, and you are going to enjoy what's in front of you that night. How you got there, yeah, but the day you might is going to hit.
I don't know, man. I think that some of these programs will be pretty... I think the packages will look good.
Yeah.
I don't think that they've been perfectly built for a lot of them, but I do think some of these packages are going to look great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely going to make the Bobby Lashley stuff look like that whole last week episode happened over the course of 3 weeks. So
you're right. Oh my gosh. We didn't talk about that Io Shirai Raquel Gonzalez match.
Oh yeah.
I just think she's so fucking cool, man. I thought it made, and I thought
a lot of cool people.
Oh, sorry. I think Io is just so cool.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. She did like a little Kanye shrug. Like she just, I don't know. I think she just gets wrestling. Like she just gets this sport. Like
she's a badass.
She's a badass. And I thought this women's match like started 2 good programs.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just like launched 2 good programs. I think. Obviously, we have the Io Raquel Gonzalez match. It's going to be a takeover stand and deliver. But then we also have Dakota Kai and the new Zoe Stark match. Like, Zoe Stark debut. Like, this is going to be, I think, maybe her first program is like going against Dakota Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just a good use of all 4 of these women.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I was surprised at how the ending went down. Like, I mean, they're never afraid to make Raquel look strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, picks up Zoe. power bomb, does that one arm power bomb, picks her back up, kicks Io off the ring, finishes her, and then puts Io through the daggum table. Like, like, yo.
Well, she tried to, but then the table went into business for itself.
So, yes, she did. So she threw her very firmly into the table. Yes, that's
I don't know. They do often let Io just get destroyed by some folks sometimes. But she's resilient.
Do you think Raquel's the roadblock here? Is this where the dream run ends?
Oh man, I don't know. I like Raquel. I feel like it could be her time, but I also don't know that I want Io to lose
Ever.
I don't know that I want her to go to the main roster yet, or maybe not ever. Like I think she's awesome. I just don't want to see her ruined. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I would like to see her on the main roster and feuding with like Asuka, and like, or Sasha. Like I don't know. Like she has some good programs that she can do on the main roster. So if the plan is for her to go to the main roster sometime soon, I think I would like Raquel taking it off of her.
I feel like you ever play that old quarter game at the Chuck E. Cheese where you like push a quarter in and
supposed to like push all the quarters through or something? Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe the WWE's women's division on the main roster with badass women wrestlers. Like maybe if we just keep putting them in and just keep filling up the machine, we'll have enough badass women that they'll let them just be badass.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to keep throwing Lana and like at least the WWE idea of Naomi out there if you have Raquel and Shayna and Io, and Bianca,
At some point, Lana and this is going to be controversial, but I think at some point, Lana and the Dana Brooks and the Mandy Roses they got a job. Like it's just a difference in the caliber.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to ever see Mandy Rose beat Charlotte.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. I don't want to ever see it booked. I don't. So like I think something that Vince pigeonholes himself into is that he kind of he's been trying to make some of these women wrestlers that should be jobbers into like actual packages, and I'm like, I don't know that they need to be.
Yeah, there's definitely levels to this stuff. That's not to be harsh, but that's what I saw with Peyton Royce and Asuka.
Yeah.
Like I love Peyton Royce, and I think she did a good match, but like the kind of athleticism I saw out of Asuka, I'm like, Asuka should always beat you.
Yeah.
She should always.
You're not wrong. You're not
always
wrong.
beat you. But she looks like a fighter, and you look like you're doing your absolute best. But like the speed and the way her kicks have a snap it's not the same. So, but like I'm saying, we're getting, every now and again you get Shayna Baszler up there, but she gets stuck in a tag team with Nia Jax. So, that takes one that you're going to have to put in a Rhea Ripley. And, okay, fine. Maybe she gets tied up and is always going to be losing to Charlotte. But you throw in a Bianca. And maybe she's always going to be that person for Sasha Banks. Okay, fine. We're going to insert a Io. And eventually we're going to have a match between Io and Rhea. And that's going to be badass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just on accident.
Mm-hmm.
They can't all be on tag teams and in love triangles and doing commentary and skits, Eventually, one of them is going to have to just have a badass match with the other one.
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Shall we get to our man Carry On?
Carry On. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Just holy fuck, man. I said it last week, but that entrance is everything.
Everything.
I cannot wait to see it live. Like I was just sitting in my fucking apartment. I was like, I'm just like fucking vibing out. I'm just like, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I'm just into it. I'm into it.
Yeah, what a fucking presence he has.
Man. Yeah, literally, I was listening back to last week and you talking about how they're both just like talking about two totally different things at this point, Scarlett and Carrie. And I was like, man, that is so true. Like,
What is she doing?
but then they took away the talking
Yeah.
until the end after, and I was just like, man, this dude is just he's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like sometimes I get distracted because obviously Scarlett is just beautiful and I'm paying attention to her. But like this dude is he's a fucking stud.
He really is. He's a star.
He's a fucking star, man.
Yeah.
So like if you're ever listening and they're like, man, all they do is talk about fucking Scarlett, man, just know that I fucking dig Karrion Kross. That dude, he is getting the respect that he deserves.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we joke about Scarlett because that last outfit did us in.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But there's nothing but respect for Karrion. Like, Over Easy, who is currently a shell of himself, has always talked about how he is pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. And, that was my third egg joke, so that's all I got.
Oh my God, a shell of himself. Oh my gosh. Well done.
I don't know. I think baby.
A shell of him. I think 3 an hour. We still got like an hour left, so.
No, but he everyone loves Karrion Kross, and he has such a magnetic presence. He makes everything so fun. Mm-hmm. Him and Finn play off each other so incredibly well. Mm-hmm. He looks like just one of those myth enders, like Walter is, and
Mm-hmm.
like it's just when it's time to take down a great champion, you send a Karrion Kross after him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm excited to see where that's gonna be.
I'm into it. Then we had the end of the show, which I really, really dug.
You
I
were
tweeted about
that.
it.
You tweeted.
I tweeted about the drama that was going on at the end of the show. Yeah, man. I think you hit it when we were in pre-show. You hit it right on the head for me. I talked about last week about how it needed to be the moment to moment needed to be written well, and this segment was written well.
Yeah, it was.
I thought the dialogue was fantastic. I thought Adam Cole was saying the things that we all have been thinking about how he carries the UE, and he has carried the UE. Mm-hmm. And then I thought that Kyle got him again. He's like, Adam Cole is the same asshole that walked in here 3.5 years ago. Yep. I grew up. He's like, and I sold my soul for the Undisputed Era, and I want it back. And I was just like,
yeah.
It was just there was just so much going on that I just really fucking enjoy, man. The drama was heavy.
Like the best parts of it, I mean Adam, Kyle too, but Adam more so, was the way the other person's words affected them. Mm. Like when Adam was called an insecure little asshole that used his best friends, he was just like, you could just see it hit him in all the wrong places. And I'm like, yeah, you are an insecure asshole. Damn. Look at your insecurities.
Damn.
You and your fucking spray on tan. And they really had a great effect on each other as they talked that shit. And they feuded everywhere they've gone, you know? So it feels in a way, this program feels like the way programs used to work back in the territories.
Just going and doing the same program, but differently.
Yeah, but a little more there. Let's add a little spice here, and all right, this time let's add a strap match, and all right, next time I bet I need a haircut, so we'll add a shave my head match to this one. It felt like they've been working this program up and up and up, and in the same way that Sammy and KO could feel. They're on some weirdness now. I'm glad they're doing it, but that rivalry is just something that's just caked into their very DNA.
Wow, so, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the freedom of Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Nice little send off to him. He's like, you guys are both fucking assholes.
Yep.
I'm out. Yep. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Do you think he just got written off for a few weeks?
No, he's in the battle royal, but that's a good response for him and a way of being for him to go do his own thing.
Right, to just like get away from the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm done with both of y'all. Like I'm mad that
Okay.
I'm mad at Adam because he what he did. I'm mad at you because you don't hold me in enough high esteem to make me a part of this. I'm just okay, fine. You know, all of y'all are assholes. And just,
I'll also say I like they did that fucking promo on the ramp and not in the ring. I thought it changed it slightly for me.
Yeah.
Where it didn't seem like I was watching like a wrestling when you're seeing something in the wrestling ring and it's like I don't know, the KO show or Miz TV and it just like it seems like it's like I'm like it's wrestling.
Wait, which promo?
I'm talking about Kyle O'Reilly and Cole talking at the end.
I thought that was in the ring.
It was on the ramp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God bless.
I'm almost certain it was on the ramp.
All right.
But
whatever it was.
Now my high ass is. I don't fucking know.
We'll never know. It was in a quantum state of in the ring and not in the ring now at this exact moment.
Quantum physics.
But yeah, when he called Kyle a sidekick, I was like, dog, man, like,
bro. Which have we not all thought it?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's a cold thing. That's that shit you can only say to somebody when you friends.
Yes, truly.
So that's what's up.
You want to move into AEW?
Oh yeah, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's get AEW. Follow the champ, baby. We're gonna start it with a good championship match between Kenny Omega and my man Evan Bourne, Matt Sydal.
I think I messaged you and was like, I don't know who Matt Sydal is. or I didn't know who Evan Bourne. Or yeah, I said I didn't know who Matt Sydal was, and you were like Evan Bourne. I was like, who the fuck's Evan Bourne? And this was the moment where you told me that you've been playing Battlefield with my wrestling knowledge or watch period.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out exactly when you watched wrestling just by the jokes that I throw at you. Like, all right, he didn't watch that. Okay, don't know Evan Bourne. Air Boom don't mean nothing to him. All right, so I'm gonna throw it back here. Like, do you know anything about Johnny Be Bad? Because you don't want to make him mad. Nothing. Okay, cool.
Is that John Morrison?
Nope. All right, see, just got you again. All right, he is not in A15. Cool. Gotcha.
A15.
A15 miss.
Oh man, that's great. I can't fucking
Kenny Omega, Matt Sydal. Like, this is the kind of stuff I was so excited about when Kenny became champion. I was like, the matches are all gonna be great. They're just all gonna be great. Like, no bullshit. More times than, more matches than we are deserving of as from a world champion. We're gonna get 4-star, 4.5-star matches all the damn time. So this is, if you like in-ring work and like the matches to be cold in your champions, Kenny Omega.
He's a fucking baller.
Yeah, he is.
He's just a fucking baller. I loved his promo later. I am really starting to get into Don Callis and Kenny Omega. I really didn't
Suck him and chuck him! Suck him!
Oh my gosh. I just didn't know if he was going to be around. I didn't know that he was going to stay around. I really just expected him to be on AEW for just like 1 week, maybe 2 at the most. Every once in a while. I didn't know Impact and AEW's relationship would be that close that quickly. So now that I know he's there, like, and I get their relationship a little bit more, I'm like starting to understand their dynamic, and I do really dig it.
Just that it's sophomoric, just a touch homoerotic Paul Heyman relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, I love you so much that I think I want to kiss you. Like, remember the shirtless pictures he had framed of him?
Yes.
Like, it's, like, God bless those two.
Yes, absolutely. And then Good Brothers were just a little bit late on the save, and then Kenny Omega just got his ass whooped. And he like gave the thumbs up at the hard cam that no one asked for. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
like, no one's checking for you. Like no one wants to know if you're okay. You fucking heel. Like he's like, I'm good. I'm fucking okay. I'm just like, that shit was so funny, man. I'm telling you, I really enjoyed AEW this week. I really did, man.
Yeah, you must have been in a good mood.
I must have been. I did text you, remember? Because
Yeah.
I think we were talking about. I think you might not have you weren't gonna make it this week, and then obviously you have, and you were talking about how I just was like, man, the first week that I have a lot to fucking say nice about AEW, you're gonna miss. I was like, nah, I got to go back to fucking hating. But no, I get to still be happy and discuss it with you, which I'm excited about.
Like, man, that shit. The promo was so good too, because like I felt for Kenny in that moment. Like he's wrong. He is definitely the villain of this story. But like I did feel for him. Like, you supposed to be my boys. I was the champion of New Japan. I could have gone anywhere in the world. I need to come here. I chose you. Now
he could have went to WWE.
Up, yeah, I could have gone to New York.
He said New York. It was like that was such. It was just so well put. Like it was like everyone knew what he was saying, but he didn't say it. Like everyone knows the money was on the table, and he could have left, and he chose them. And it was just like. But you're right. It was also the dichotomy of him being right, but also him being so fucking very wrong. Yeah, because he's not in the right.
No,
at all. Oh, like great fucking writing.
He's sowing the seeds for his eventual downfall because he's isolating himself from his friends, and you know, and that's eventually gonna bite him in the butt. But the whole time he's still gaining strength. Like he's coming for that Impact title. You know, he's gonna make a lot more noise in this business, but still at the same time he's sowing the seeds for it all to be taken from him.
Absolutely. So fucking I'm really starting to enjoy him a lot. And just like get rid of my like goggles of what like he should be and just like get into what he is.
Fucking
you know what
insane.
I mean?
He is unhinged.
He's so fucking good. He's so good. But he's also just so much better as a heel than he is a face. Man.
Yeah. And that's what was so genius about the first part of his run. Like, if I go in at any point early, I'm a face. Like I have to lull them into a position where I can be a heel. Because that's how he became famous over in New Japan. He was a heel. He was a dastardly hated heel that just kind of eventually got over. And once he got over, it was a little awkward if we're 100% honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
But he's like, I gotta do something different if I'm gonna have a chance of making this good.
Wow. I mean, I think that's another correlation of how him and Roman are having a similar run at the same time. Not even just with the managers, but with some face work that's not really what they should be doing. Some really good heel work. I will say just moving on if you're good on that.
Keep moving.
I will take no more Jade Cargill slander from me for now. Like, I am a new fan. This promo for me was great.
Yeah.
I forgot that she couldn't talk. I don't even remember that moment anymore. She is that bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm into it. And it just furthered my point about last week about how that was a big moment for Britt and for Thunder Rosa, but I also see Jade Cargill being a big woman in this division going forward. Like, I think she's gonna be great.
No, that's for real. Like, that's one of those things that the Britt Baker match and Thunder Rosa match elevates everybody. You know, like
yes, the entire division. You're exactly right.
Like,
going on Britt Baker too. Like,
woo, yeah, let's go to Britt. Let's go to Britt, the legend.
Come on,
my
man.
goodness.
Oh my God.
Like,
if you want heat, go after one of the nicest, most genuine legends in the world.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Bro, I literally was like, yep, I hate her now. But like in a good way, because like it was exactly what should happen. But I was like, yep, I fucking hate her. Don't you dare go after Mick Foley.
Apparently Mick Foley said on Twitter, that hurt a little.
and you know why? It's because it's right. Like, we all know Mick Foley's that guy that like he made it, but we didn't know if he would make it. Like he did to the level that he got to, and he did have to work so fucking long to get to that like hardcore legend status. And Britt Baker did do it in fucking one night. Like she was wrong to say it, but she was not fucking wrong.
Yeah, man. And wearing her own blood-covered badass shirt, like, that's a legend right there.
Truly.
Like,
Man.
just staring down a hard cam, cutting a promo of a lifetime. Like, that's
Also,
some good shit.
did they plant booze for Britt Baker? Because who the fuck was booing her after that performance last week? Like,
I don't know, but maybe it was after the Mick Foley comment.
it was before that, because it's even in my notes. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
how do you boo?
I even like rewound it. Like,
God bless. Yeah. They must have told some of the wrestlers to boo her.
Man, because I was like, man, she fucking. But I know that's probably honestly why it might be the case, because she is still supposed to be a heel, but she was loved and adored from that performance last week, and so maybe that's why she went after Mick. They were like, we got to get you some real fucking heat, and quick, or else you're gonna be fucking Becky Lynch.
Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah, because that's the imagery that'll make you Becky Lynch.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that Lance Archer is going to grind up Sting into a fine powder and snort him. His old crusty bones are gonna just turn into calcium deposit, and he's gonna drink that motherfucker like soy milk. Like it's not gonna go well for my mans.
Oh my gosh!
I am rooting for Sting so hard to beat Lance Archer, just so he doesn't take the blackout.
He almost has to, right?
No, please, God, no, nope. Please. He's my dad. No.
He's got to do it. He's got to take it. Take it.
I don't take this. He's an old man. He can't lift his kids. He can't even take a buckle bomb. Don't do it.
Oh my God.
I'm rooting for Sting just for fear. Pure fear.
Also, did you see that Lance did not have Jake the Snake Roberts in that promo, that taped promo they did? It was good.
Oh wait, are those two separate? He didn't have him. It was good that he didn't have him, or it's good
those are separate.
because
those
he didn't
separate.
have him.
Those are separate, but they can be combined. You are right.
Yeah. You're right. I don't know who. Is it bad for him? I know it's good for Lance. Is it bad for Jake?
It's. I can't even what is bad for Jake? What is good for Jake? What is
Jake?
Who
even knows? Not taking kicks to the face and getting out of the ring quickly.
He can't get out of fucking camera view. So
knees made of wafers.
Ty Conti now had a great fucking match against Nyla Rose. Nyla sold big for her, and this was honestly her biggest win so far. Like a former AEW Women's Champion. Big stuff. And I like the DD Ty name. I like that.
It's come a long way from that awkward Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gimmick in NXT.
Right, for sure. They still put that over a little bit in AEW.
No, they say that she has BJJ. She does not come out there in a dumbass gi and bow, and then take off the gi and show that she's wearing sparkly wrestling gear underneath. Like, it's not stupid. It's just true that
with
she
the
does
shimmy.
Yeah,
the shimmy. Oh my gosh!
Like she would come out in a gi and wear wrestling gear like she's wearing right now. Like, what message are you trying to send to me?
Truly,
I do not understand you. But now
she's legit, but she's I don't know what they're trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. So like they're like, "I'll just be yourself and use BJJ." Okay, good.
I loved the John Silver Darby coffin drop storyline. It was a through line from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. And I just want to say applause to AEW on that one. I love when John Silver is in the back and he's training with all the fucking Dark Order and they're like coffin drop and he like moves and he's like coffin drop and he fucking moves. I was like, that's such a fucking good segment. That's so fucking funny. And then also like he like faked the Darby faked the coffin drop on Silver and then fell on the rest of the Dark Order. So like great. John Silver still in a way fucking misses the coffin drop. Like,
it's great.
It's just so fucking good, man. That was so great.
That's just really smart stuff. I didn't catch all of the significance of that till you laid it out for me, but that's good. And like to end it on a different kind of finisher as a nod to that, to pay that off. Like the
Absolutely.
wisdom of that. Like it wasn't just for funds. You made it part of the booking.
Exactly.
Right.
Super good. It's just well done.
Like it's good when things make sense because it makes you feel like you've been rewarded for paying attention. Like,
Absolutely.
I feel like I was punished for paying attention to Bobby Lashley's motivation during Raw by it not making as much sense as they wanted it to, even though I desperately just wanted what I was watching to make sense so I could cheer. Like I wish I'm sitting here in a weird position wishing I hadn't paid so close attention to Bobby Lashley so that I could go into WrestleMania thinking this is going great. But AEW rewards you for paying attention. Like that's
Maybe we'll be wrong. As I said earlier, like I still think I'm into the match. I think some of the moment to moment moments have not been written well, but as far as just like them not letting Drew lose steam after he's taken a few L's, and a black champion for WrestleMania defending his title, like I'm still pretty into it, but I do get you on the moment to moment.
And that is because I'm so into it. I want to pay more attention, and I feel like that could be a mistake at times for my own enjoyment, paying too close of attention. Like, the thing you just said makes me want to go back and watch AEW again so I can take that in properly.
That's fair.
You know, like, nothing about Raw. It's like, man, let me make sure I got the story part of that. Sheamus said something and I missed it.
Yeah. I will say, you know what, when WWE did do that well, recently on SmackDown with Roman Reigns talking to Daniel Bryan about no one's tapped me, no one taps Roman Reigns. And me being like, that's just, no one's going to make him tap. And then Bryan actually fucking making him tap. Like, when you put something like that that's like out there in the open and clear as day, and then it's still not obvious, and then when it's actually used, like, that's fucking great writing.
Yeah. It's out there in the ether, baby.
Yes, which is why SmackDown is also a better show than Raw.
Show you right, baby.
Everyone knows it. I'm good on AEW. I mean, unless you have some more.
No, but since before we move on to the final show of the week, why don't we just take a little break, take them back, and hit them with something we ain't done in a while. I've been studying, I've been watching. I was a little busy, and while I was taking my shrooms and looking inside and having a day with my inner child, I did find the time to make a secret stash. So let's hear that bitch right now. Here you go. Bow, bow, back in your mouth. This is JB Secret Stash coming to you live from a living room. Now, I didn't watch a whole lot of WWE, but I want to take it and see how the other side lives. So we're going to jump and see some ROH. This is an ROH throwback, Jay White versus Will Ospreay. You can find this on YouTube by typing in just what I said, ROH, Jay White versus Will Ospreay. Now, this is two of the best and most prolific wrestlers in the world today. They're doing work over on the far side of the world in Japan, putting in work. Will Ospreay is the current English Rev Pro champion, and Jay White is just main event in Wrestle Kingdom 15 against Kota Ibushi, and this is them during their excursion period. I love the New Japan excursion period. That's where they take young, up-and-coming wrestlers out of their dojos and their young lion system and says, bitch, get your green ass out of my country and learn some shit. So they send them to Japan, and they're from Japan. They send them from Japan, they send them to Mexico and the USA and England and say, go learn a different style, go develop your character, go absorb some knowledge from the vets, and then come and bring it back, and that's when we're going to start your actual run with us. So Jay White, who is currently the Switchblade and the leader of the Bullet Club, is running as it looks like a pure white meat baby face, and here comes Will Ospreay, who's a big fucking star, the aerial assassin, and is kicking the dog shit out of Jay White. Here we go! Oh, and just so you know, we smoking on that strawberry sherbet. Get it in your lungs. It tastes like strawberry. Actually, it tastes like weed, but it is still strawberry. Oh shit, look at them go. They ain't doing no lockups in ROH. This is fast and furious. We getting kicks, we getting flips, we doing all kinds of shit. And Jay cuts him off with a nice hard right. Chops to your chest, aerial assassin. Chops to your pale chest. Boy, you need to get in the tanning booth like me, cause I'm Jay, not so white. Let's get it, baby. Now, Will Ospreay is entirely too tall to be doing some of the moves that he does. That's what makes it so impressive. And here he comes. He's coming off the ropes. Oh, Superman backhand spring into the superhero pose. I do it better than you. Suck my dick, Ricochet. Hey, over the top rope by Jay White. And we got the first little bit of aerial assassination by Will Ospreay. Oh, backflip. He misses. Rolls over to the ring and then kicks Jay White in the face. This shit is fast and furious. It's like a kung fu movie. Will Ospreay drawing on the energy of the crowd. He's gearing up for something big. Through the ropes. Oh, and a turning belly to belly into the gate. Jay White looking vicious. Jay White is the quintessential ring general. He knows where to be, he knows how to be, and he knows exactly how to make these spots look brutal. And he's doing it at a young age too. He's 24 here. Always in the right spot, always with the right expression, always with the right body language. Jay White is a pro. Jay White slowing it down in the ring as Will Ospreay convalesces on the outside. The crowd is split on who they support here. We got Jay White chants and we got Will Ospreay chants. Whoa! Running European uppercut by Jay White. He comes in hard. Suck it, Cesaro. I can do it better. Will Ospreay still in the back. Starts running the ropes. Oh! Drop kick to the mush by Jay White. Oh! Look, I don't care what anybody says. Jay White has the sexiest Mudalock I've ever seen. The way he hooks that leg, squats down, and just smooth dives down and grabs your neck. That's great core control, and it looks beautiful. The crowd trying to rally behind Will Ospreay. What? No, you don't. Will Ospreay tries to run the ropes, but Jay White cuts him off. Oh, superhero back spring, handspring, and then a Pele kick flipping to the face. I promise you, Will Ospreay's legs are made of springs. He just bounces around the ring. He's one of those guys that makes you forget that the ring is actually just a wooden plank. You swear it's one of those bouncy gymnastic floors, but it's not. But you would be forgiven for thinking that every time you watch a Will Ospreay match. Look at the speed on that springboard forearm by Will Ospreay. Running moonsault, rolls forward into a second rope backflip, into a spinning Sabat kick to the stomach, bounces off the ropes. Jay White jumps over him and cuts him off with a hard cross-body block. See, that's exactly what Jay White does so well. I was getting so excited for whatever sequence Will was about to bust out, and Jay cuts him off nice and cold before I could see it. That's how you control the pace of the match, folks. Let's see the power game by Jay White. 2 suplex, holds on, goes for third. Will Ospreay breaks out, gives him a nice forearm. Jay White puts him back in, whips him into the corner. Once again, cutting off the offense of a high-flying babyface. It's not just moves for the sake of moves, people. He's doing the work to make the tension build in the crowd. This is the beginning of a great ring general. Oh, bounces off the ropes. Will Ospreay follows him up. Here he comes. Jay comes right back after him, cutting him back off. And Will's coming back after him. We're having a nice trade spot. Oh! Will outsmarts him, knocks him back into the ropes, couple extra kicks, trips him down. Here we go, Will. Show me something sexy. Whoa! Jay catches him. Running power bomb. I don't think so. Will kicks out on 2. That was a wonderful near fall by the 2 mid-20-year-olds. Ooh. I need a smoke break after this one. Once again, we're gonna smoke on that strawberry sherbet. Let me get that throat tingle on. See, I miss the weeds that really tasted like the cereals that they were named after, like the Fruity Pebbles and the Frosted Flakes and the Red Velvets. I don't really smoke those no more because they were kind of cheap and I was worried about what made them taste that way and how it wasn't weed. But I do miss those. I would love if this strawberry sherbet tasted like strawberry. But it still gets the seal of approval from JB because it gets you high. This commercial for the strawberry sherbet is brought to you by the Strong Style Heat Up moment of the match. Will Ospreay and Jay trading some strikes, seeing who's tougher. Oh, what a combo by Jay White. 1, 2, kick up in a 3. Sit your bitch ass down. Never mind about that pure white meat baby face. It's just the tights that are white. Jay fights dirty. He ain't here to fuck around. Will with the Superman forearm off. Oh! All the kicks, inside kicks, flurries. See, that's how you throw punches, Shane McMahon. If you're gonna throw short, shitty punches, make them look good. Oh, deadlift German suplex with Will Ospreay jumps out of, returns with his own deadlift German suplex that Jay does not get out of, runs the ropes, and catches a nasty lariat from Jay White, who follows up with a deadlift German suplex that actually lands. Here we go, baby. Let's get rowdy. Oh! And the catching C4 Spanish fly. I love that move. I usually have no idea who got hit when I see it, but I love that move. This is awesome. The crowd is damn right. This is awesome. And these boys are only in their 20s. Oh, you have got to start watching New Japan because these guys are even better today. Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers I've ever had the pleasure of watching. He can do literally anything, and he's added mass so his power game is even better and more convincing. He's in a wonderful heel stable right now. I think it's called Glory, but you've got to check this out. And Jay White, he's been the most de facto evil heel in New Japan for I think about 5 years now, so watch his work. Oh, he runs up Jay White, flips him down in a sunset flip. Will Ospreay's in the Matrix. This isn't fair, folks. Is this real Strawberry Sherbert or am I having an acid trip? I did not just see Will Ospreay just run up my man like Jackie Chan's Adventures and drop him down in a sunset flip. Jay White slinks out of the ring to try to get his head on straight because he can't believe what the hell just happened to him either. The crowd's going nuts. Will's about to do something crazy. Here's a backflip. Spaceman plancha. Jay White catches him and drops him head first on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. That's the cutoff of the night, folks. A brain buster on the apron after catching him out of a spaceman plancha. Missile drop kick from Jay White to the chest, laying low the aerial assassin. Will's not to be done, goes for a Frankensteiner, and he's getting that face first. Alabama Slammer. Takes him up, Snapdragon. Hey, Kenny, I see you, Kenny Omega. Jay White is hyped. He's feeling it. He's calling for it. I think I hear a Kiwi Crusher coming. Will is down. Will is groggy. He's going up. He's up in the suplex position, flips out of it into a cutter. Will Ospreay going full superhero, and that means Robinson special takes him down. He's calling for it. The one, the only. Oh, gets caught for going for the Oz cutter. Elbows, UFC style elbows. Oh my goodness, that is nasty stuff. Double arm DET's coming up, takes him up high. Fairy tale, no, flatliner. Oh. 1, 2, kick out by Will Ospreay. Oh, I'm out of breath, and I'm gonna use some of that breath to take some more Strawberry Sherbert. The crowd appreciates it. An errant streamer just hits the ring. That was a great sequence by the two young wrestlers. Holy shit. They are damn right. This is a match for that ass. Jay White taking Will Ospreay up to the top rope. Gives him a nice slap to the chest and says, stay right there, boy. Stay right there. Don't make me go get you now. Oh. Double hooks the arms. Oh. Will's fighting out. Couple forearms to the face. Will's got him dinged up. We're trading forearms. This could be the move of the night. Whoever comes out on top of this could decide, you done pissed the Chaos Man off, and you gonna get that headbutt. Drops him down, sticks his head in, rolls through it, and super kicks him in the fucking face. My God. He's got his eyes set. I think this is the move we've been waiting on. He's up. He's on the top rope. Moonsault Spaceman to the sky. Jumps. Oz Akata. 1, 2, 3, baby. Will Ospreay with the victory. ROH Throwback Thursday. That is an exciting match. I am tripping, my guy. I lost my mind on that one. I saw more moves than I know what to do with. I saw more near falls than I can really process right now. And what makes it good is I don't really know any of their finishers except for the Oz Cutter and the Kiwi Crusher, so I don't know when it's supposed to be over. This was a wonderful match. You have to go check this out. Hold on to your butts, then get a friend or a loved one, and then hold on to their butts. This is a match for that ass, baby. I'm gonna see you next time. This has been JB's Secret Stash, and this has been Strawberry Sherbert. We out.
my God, that was secret.
Yeah, I like
That was a stash.
and I stashed it.
That was a secret stash.
That secret stash for your ass. All right, holding it down.
Oh my God.
That's for you, Over Easy out there, man. I post that one special for you.
Yes, lemon bean and secret stash for you, my friend.
Bang bang. Shall we go on to SmackDown after that?
Yes, we should. Let's hop right into it, man. What did I do to deserve this? Big E and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag match. I could have watched that entrance for 10 more minutes. Montez slid down the ramp backwards and waved at the camera. I fucking love this whole thing. The match doesn't even have to be good at this point. LOL. That's literally what I wrote, bro.
That's great.
I don't even know how the match went. I don't know. I could look at my notes. I don't even fucking care. I just had so much fucking fun with that, man.
It's that I love how Black Boy Joy is now an official faction in WWE.
Yes.
I'm having so much fun with them,
bro. And it's also like a carry on too, because the New Day always vibes with everyone else's entrance music. Like that's one of my favorite things that they do when they're in matches or programs. Like they'll be fucking bobbing their heads to the fucking Usos theme, and like Big E did the same shit again. It's like the Street Profits music, and he's just like so fucking into this shit. Like, oh man, I just love it.
That shit was hyped. That entrance was everything. We had the match. We had to resuscitate Apollo because after Fastlane, we had the finish that made nobody look good.
Right.
So.
And how do you think did they resuscitate him tonight?
Yeah. I mean, literally, there was the only choice that could be made. You know, it was the only thing they could do, because to move on like that would just be terrible.
Right.
I'm a little worried that some of the character is being betrayed by teaming with Otis and Alpha Academy. Now, like, it's okay. Now, it's not like I'm advocating for like him to only want to involve himself with other black people.
Yeah.
But that is kind of what makes some parts of the Hurt Business work.
That's a really good point that I didn't think about. I think I subconsciously knew that, because it was like, why is he teaming with Alpha Academy? Like, I get that they're heels, so you would put the heels with the heels, but why the fuck would he want to work with him?
With at Alpha least like Academy.
At least if they're gonna work together, let it be a thing. Where he's like, I will work with you, Colonizer, but I don't want to, like, or something, you know what I mean?
Something, yeah. There was just something like, I think you just kind of missed the point of this character.
Yeah.
In having him work with like the leftovers from American Alpha.
Yes.
You know,
you're so right.
I'm just seeing him like, let's raise hands together. We have done it. Like, what were your guards for? Like, that's what, you know. There's just some kind of thematic incongruency going on, and I'm gonna make a slapping sounds with my mouth to make up for that word I just used. Thematic incongruency. Smirk.
I would say at least, like, you know what would have been cool if he would have like raised the hands with them, because it was cool that he got a pin on E.
Yeah.
But if he would like raise their hands and then fucking laid them both out.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
That would,
and like not even to start a program, but just be like, yes, I will work with you because we're fucking heels, but then also I don't fuck with you either.
Yeah, like that would have made the character just make sense. And this is what I mean by like, I feel like I get punished if I pay too close attention to WWE. Like, you know, like I don't.
That's a good point.
It's like that's the punishment I feel. Like I didn't want to notice that. I just wanted to. I'd be happy that that Apollo, you know, looked strong over Big E so we can go into WrestleMania. But when I saw him linked arm in arm with Otis and Chad, I'm like,
It doesn't make any
something's
sense.
not right.
Doesn't make any sense. And the worst part about this is this program at WrestleMania could have been like a step above the last match. And it seems totally lateral to me at this point. Like it's just another match between Big E and Apollo. Where we may get a clean finish this time. But still like no more exciting. Where it could have been like it could have been taken a step above. We'll see Friday. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they'll change my mind. I did enjoy the at least the fucking entrance.
The entrance was great. The entrance was totally great and worth the price of admission. Let's see what else we have. Seth Rollins beating up on Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro's shirt beating up on Cesaro.
Oh man, he couldn't get it off, could he?
He couldn't do it. They're like, this is a $5,000 shirt. I'm gonna do these buttons gingerly, softly, and sweetly.
Man,
we almost went to commercial break and he was in that thing.
I will say that I would love a WrestleMania match between Cesaro and Seth. Like
we're getting
I'm into that. I think I'll enjoy it. And I think that fucking walk from Seth, I'm still fucking digging it.
Oh, his whole like
yes,
out, wackety,
yes.
Thing.
Oh my gosh, it's so chicken shit.
I saw a
Twitter really knows how to get heat.
I saw a Twitter post that said WrestleMania is becoming an ROH card from 2009. With Cesaro and Seth and Sammy and KO.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm loving it. Like, let's see if we can get DB and Samoa Joe on there, and we got ourselves something.
I'm also loving this. I'm also loving this KO Sammy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I wish that the match between Sammy and KO at WrestleMania had a little more to do with their relationship. But I am enjoying the fact that they're getting a match at WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be absolute class. Like, I
think so too. So I think they're both just so interesting. They're both good workers. And after this segment, I really I was like, damn, this was some aggression from KO that like he was just like, he seemed like he was like incredibly impatient with Sammy in like a way where I was just like, whoa, bro, like why are you gonna beat his ass like already? Like you really that pissed off about him being a conspiracy theorist? But they're both just so interesting and so captivating that like I think this program's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be a good match. I can't wait to see some Sami Zayn documentary at some point on
I do want to see
network,
that.
but on Peacock maybe. Hopefully we'll get that. We'll see.
And we'll see the segment with Logan Paul next week.
Oh God.
So we'll see how that goes.
Oh God. Oh man.
And do you have thoughts on Sasha and Bianca?
I don't, man. I really don't. But Bianca was. They were there. Yeah, I don't know. I like that she got a slap back on Sasha. But I did see what you were talking about this week about her annoying voice.
Like, it's just new.
It is new. She's never talked like that. And I want it. It almost makes me wish wonder if it's on purpose.
Like maybe she's just trying to heal it up. But I've seen her heal it up before, and it wasn't like that.
Right.
You know, like why are you annoying me? You know,
right?
Cut her. Talk about cut her at the knees. Talk about her losses and her shortcomings and her failures. But why are you annoying and why are you obsessed with how good you look? That's never been you. You know, you just looked good. You never talked about it.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the history of it. That the match is gonna be. I like that Bianca is gonna start a title reign, hopefully. But besides that, I think you're right. It hasn't been particularly built well. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll wrap a lot of shit together on Friday, and I'll be able to eat my words.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just wishful thinking too. So.
Well, I want to tell you a story, Young Arium. Come to the Aesop's tables.
I'm here.
All right. There, once upon a time, a long time ago, there's a WWE champion. and he is going into WrestleMania against a returning movie star. Former wrestler, returning movie star who wins the Royal Rumble. The build to WrestleMania is booked in a manner that does not excite the crowd, and then a little vegan is added to a triple threat match to make it all better. Am I telling a story of 2014, or am I talking about 2021?
Oh man, that's tough. Well, is Edge a movie star? I don't know.
Yes, he is.
Movie star.
Hey, he starred in a movie. I didn't say it was good, but he was a movie that he started.
Okay, then fair enough. I didn't know that was a star a movie makes.
Yeah.
A movie a star makes. But yeah,
a bad movie star, but a movie star nonetheless.
I would say this in pre-show, like I think maybe the reason why I'm into this program is that I wasn't watching around that time. I wasn't watching around 2014, so I totally missed that story being told. But I'm enjoying Edge right now. I think he was spitting hot fire, man, on the microphone. Towards Daniel Bryan. I thought they both were. He seemed so fucking fired up. Roman was cool as shit. You know what? Also, Daniel Bryan, his ultimatum at the beginning. I don't know about you, but I just love when wrestlers fucking do ultimatums and just like, I'm not fucking leaving the ring until I get this or until this happens.
He's like, about the nicest guy I've ever seen do one, which was interesting to me.
That's true.
So I was interested to see just how that would go about.
Which made it so like, in a way, kind of like, aw,
yeah,
he's upset.
Yeah. But
for me, it worked, but I don't know.
No, here's the thing. It's not that it's not working. I like this movie, but I can't get the feeling that I've seen this movie before. Like, the role of Edge was played by Batista. The role of Roman Reigns was played by Randy Orton. The Yes Movement, where they all piled in the ring, was this time just done by one man. And and the role of Triple H is being played by a more compassionate Adam Pearce. So it just feels a little like, are we here again? And if we're here again, why are we here again? Are we here on purpose, or are we here on an accident? I personally am not hating the Edge stuff. I'm not. But are people? Because that might explain why we're doing 2014 moves again.
Yeah. Is it a bad thing that we're here again?
I mean, that's kind of what I want to know. Like, is there some bad news that I'm not taking in? Because one of the underlying things that, get lost when WWE tells the story of Daniel Bryan over and over and over again is that the story was supposed to be about Randy Orton fighting Batista. That's the thing they told you they booked it, they hinted at it, they built it, and nobody fucking wanted it. So they had to add Daniel to it. Like, no parts of that was in their plan until like pretty close to WrestleMania.
Okay. So your point is that it's neither time has it been purposeful.
Neither time. So like,
that makes sense.
So like, is the Edge thing not working in some way that makes them think we got to go back to Daniel Bryan, the guy that everyone actually likes, to save this? Because that's what was happening the last time these story beats were played out. And it went, and when WWE tells it, it's a little more mythologized, but I was there, man. You told me I was going to get Randy Orton versus Batista to pay off the feud that's been building since Evolution. And I said, I don't really care. And then you said, well, you put Daniel Bryan in there. I went, now I care.
Yeah. Well, I guess it truly depends on if you wanted to see Roman versus Edge before Bryan was introduced, or if you did want to see it, then now do you think that him being introduced is a nice addition, or do you think it's the saving grace? And I don't know. I may be in between both. I kind of think that me too. I think that it is kind of the saving grace, but I also do think it's an addition. Like, I think I would have been fine to see Roman Edge. But
was fine what they wanted me to feel. I was definitely fine, but maybe they wanted more than fine.
Right. And if that's the case, then it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
But adding Daniel Bryan does do the fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm excited about it. I feel like Edge has beef with all.
Mm-hmm.
Roman has beef with all.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel now has beef with all. Like, it is a true triple threat where they're all fucking pissed at each other, and I can get behind that.
Which is exactly where we were in 2014. Batista came back as a babyface, fresh off of being in a couple movies, and everyone was supposed to love him, but everyone was like, nah, Batista works better as a heel. We don't really want to cheer him like that. So he worked as a slightly awkward, stumbling babyface for a few weeks. I think Edge definitely stumbled less if he stumbled at all, but it was definitely better when Batista went, okay, fuck everything. I'm the animal Batista again. And Randy Orton was doing Randy Orton shit, and Daniel Bryan was doing pretty much exactly what he was doing right now. So
hey, you know what though? Kudos to WWE, because honestly, the alternative is they could just go ahead with a program that no one really wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least thank you for listening and being like, you don't want to see that? Okay, well, let's figure out how to fucking make it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, that is reactive storytelling in a way that I think is viable.
Yeah, like that's a very positive point about that. Like, I didn't really think about it like that. I was just more curious as to, like, is it not working? But even the fact that they think it's not, or may think it's not, and are making adjustments is a good sign. That is a very good sign.
But you had to explain that to me for me to even understand that, because I didn't know I didn't know all the backstory. So thank you for pointing that out.
I hadn't really thought about it till now. I was like, man, till this week a little bit. I was like, yo, this is kind of like how we did this last time when he got added to the triple threat.
Wow.
You know, a little less dramatic. They're not doing it via match with Hunter. Some of the beats are different, but it's kind of where we are in the grand scheme, in the way that that first Star Wars movie with Rey is essentially just A New Hope over again. This is kind of 2014 in a lot of ways. But 2014 was one of the last great WrestleManias, so that's a well you want to go back to.
Fair enough.
You know? Like, good one to reference.
True that. Well, was that the Week in Wrestling?
I think that was the Week in Wrestling, my guy.
We fucking nailed it.
We did it, baby.
Check us out on Twitter at 420 Wrestle Hour, Instagram at 420 Wrestle Hour. Connect with us, talk to us, join the rotation.
Pass
for the
the
Stone
Dutchie
Cold
on the left-hand
Stoner
side.
Arium, I am out of here. For my co-host JB Bad.
Shout outs to the Devilish over Easy.
Yo, you did 4.
I did 5.
You did 5. What was the 4th one?
I told him I poached that secret stash for him.
Oh my god. You crack me up.
6, baby.
Oh man. Well, yes, I'm high. I'm very, very fucking stoned. It's been a good fucking time. I gotta get the fuck out.
All right, baby. We out.
Peace out, y'all.
You know, man.